Hello guys, welcome back to We Talk Boxing. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the up and coming fight between Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Franklin. Okay, so this fight is going to be taking place, in November the 26th in London. Now the card so far, it looks as if it's going to be a fairly decent card with obviously some good fights on there as well. So I'm quite intrigued to see some of the fights on that day, and I'll be, tuning in to keeping an eye on some of the up and coming fighters on that card as well. So obviously Dillian Whyte, he makes his return to the ring after his loss to Tyson Fury back in April. So this is going to be the first time, that he's fought since then. And to be honest, he's coming off 2 KO losses now, technically, give or take, in his last 3 fights. Obviously, one of them coming to the hands of Alexander Povetkin. And obviously, his last one, obviously, was Tyson Fury as well. So, it's... The durability might have, it might be gone there for Dillian Whyte. We don't really know. However, he is challenging, Jermaine Franklin. And to be honest, looking at his record and his resume, the caliber of fighters that he's been in with so far, there's only one, for me, noticeable name on his record, and that's pretty much Jerry Forrest. And the rest of the guys I've heard, but haven't really, they're not really eye openers really. And obviously his record as well for Jermaine Franklin is currently 21-0. So again, it's a good record. Do you know what I mean? It looks as if it's a padded record because he's got 21 victories. You know what I mean? But he's fought against nobodies in my eyes, to be fair. But he's untested. We don't really know what this guy's going to be like. You know what I mean? He could be like an unknown Deontay Wilder, or he could be like a Trevor Bryant, who for me is a powder puff really. So we're not really gonna know, but he is the younger man. Obviously he's 29, and obviously Dillian Whyte is 35, and he hasn't suffered a loss yet. Whereas Dillian, he suffered 3, obviously 2 in his last 3 fights. So it's fairly intriguing really to see this matchup, but to be fair, I think it's a decent fight back, for Dillian's first one, because realistically, as I said, he just needs to get in there, get some rounds under his belt, shake off some ring rust and stuff like that, and try and just build that confidence back and maybe take on other up and coming challengers to boost his rankings up again, because realistically, since his last, his last loss to Tyson Fury, he's took a big dive in the rankings, you know what I mean? Like, he's only ranked in 2 of the 4 governing bodies now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the IBF and the WBC. Whereas before, I'm sure he was ranked in 3 of the 4. He is still ranked in the ring rank. Sorry, I can't get my words out. He's still ranked in the ring rating magazines as well. So he's in number 5 on there. So again, he's ranked in 2 of the 4, obviously Ring Magazine as well. So he's still up there, but he needs a few fairly decent wins to try and boost his, his reputation back up, and obviously his rating, his rankings as well. Because obviously I guess at some point, depending on what happens, in the division with the belts and the realistically the top 2. I guess he wants to try and challenge again for another world title fight. So it'd be quite intriguing, really. But realistically, this is a fairly decent opponent to come back to. It's a bit of an unknown opponent, so he has to be a little bit wary. But it's a fairly decent opponent, because obviously this guy is 21-0. So realistically, most people would call him a prospect. But when you look at his record, there's not really any big names on there, so he's an unknown prospect in my eyes. But this guy, obviously Franklin, he's only ranked in one of the organisations, and that's the WBO, where he's ranked number 13. So realistically, he's only in one of the top 15 in the 4, and he's not even ranked in the Ring magazine. Can't get my words out. But anyway, as always, you guys let me know your thoughts about this matchup. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm going to be tuning in and watching it, because, as I said, there's some other good fights on that card. And obviously, I'm going to make videos about them as well. But let me know your thoughts. Do you feel as if this is a good fight for Dillian to come back to? Would you have preferred him to fight against maybe one of the other fairly bigger names in the division? Just let me know your thoughts. As always, please subscribe, like and comment and share for more boxing related content. Bless.